Welcome to This Explainer. If you or a loved one has recently been handed a kidney disease diagnosis, I know exactly what might be going through your mind. It's usually a wave of overwhelming anxiety, especially when your doctor simply tells you to watch your diet and sends you on your way. Well, today we're going to tackle that anxiety head on and completely demystify exactly what you need to eat to protect your health. Look, it's totally normal to feel a bit terrified right now. You're probably thinking you have to give up literally all your favorite foods. Or maybe you're just getting lost in this alphabet soup of medical jargon, EGFR, creatinine, urea nitrogen. The whole idea of restricting everything all at once makes the simple act of eating feel incredibly stressful. But honestly, it really doesn't have to be this way. Okay, we need to clear something up right away because what we generally consider a healthy diet is radically different from a healthy diet for someone with kidney disease. It's kind of wild, actually. Take the story of Toshiko Miyamoto. She's a 71-year-old former school cook, and she took serious pride in eating a quote-unquote perfectly healthy diet. We're talking lots of vegetables, tofu, fresh fish. But to her absolute shock, her kidney function was tanking. It turns out that perfectly healthy diet was the exact thing damaging her kidneys. So, to make sure you have a clear roadmap, today we are going to break down 3 golden rules. Rule 1, limit your salt. Rule 2, adjust your protein. Rule 3, secure your energy. And finally, knowing your EGFR stage. All right, let's jump straight into Rule 1, limit your salt. 6 grams, that is your absolute daily limit. Now, I know that sounds like a massive shift. To put that into perspective, the average Japanese diet, which is where our source data comes from, contains about 10 grams of salt a day. So to hit that 6-gram target, you're consciously cutting out about 4 whole grams from a typical daily intake. And here is exactly why that matters so much. Think of it kind of like a plumbing issue. When you eat excess salt, your blood sodium levels spike. To dilute that salt, your body holds onto water, which pumps up your overall blood volume. Suddenly, your heart has to pump way harder, and boom, you've got high blood pressure. That intense pressure directly damages the incredibly delicate little filters in your kidneys called glomeruli. As they break down, your filtration rate, that's your EGFR, drops. It is a vicious cycle, and cutting salt is the only way to break it. The tricky part is that hidden salt adds up incredibly fast. You can easily blow past that 6-gram limit if you aren't paying attention. I mean, just think about a standard bowl of instant ramen. That alone has 5 to 6 grams of salt. That's your entire daily allowance in a single sitting. Even one little pickled plum packs 2 grams. Have one with every meal, and you're maxed out before you've even counted the rest of your actual food. But hey, don't panic. You don't have to eat bland, flavorless food. There are some ridiculously simple hacks you can start using literally today to slash your salt intake. First up, stop pouring soy sauce or dressings over your food. Dip it instead. That one trick cuts your intake drastically. Next, lean heavily on umami from dashi broth, like kelp or bonito. It makes your food taste rich and amazing without needing salt. If you're eating out, just leave half the soup in the bowl. Oh, and a great psychological trick? Use smaller dipping plates at home, so you just naturally serve yourself less sauce. Moving right along to Rule 2, adjust your protein. So here's the catch with protein. And this is exactly what tripped up Toshiko. When our bodies break down protein, it generates waste products like urea nitrogen and creatinine. Now, healthy kidneys, they filter this stuff out effortlessly, but weakened kidneys get completely overwhelmed. That waste just builds up in your blood, basically exhausting your already struggling kidney filters. The good news is you don't have to guess how much protein is safe. Your specific EGFR stage dictates your exact daily limit. It's just simple math. If you're in the early stages, like G1 or G2, you just want to avoid going overboard, staying under 1.3 grams per kilogram of body weight. But as things progress to G3A, G3B, and G4, those limits get progressively tighter based on your weight. Let's put this into perspective for a 60-kilogram person in stage G3A, just like our school cook Toshiko. Her daily limit is right around 60 grams of protein. And man, that fills up fast. A piece of salmon, half a block of tofu, a pack of natto, and a single egg, that's 42 grams right there. She had almost no room left for the rest of the day. She thought she was eating great, healthy foods, completely unaware she was putting her kidneys in overdrive. And that brings us to a massive, massive pitfall. Rule 3, secure your energy. See, when people try to cut their protein, they naturally just eat less food overall. And that triggers a terrifying biological chain reaction, known as catabolism. Basically, if you aren't eating enough energy, your body freaks out and literally starts eating its own muscle to survive. And the absolute tragedy here? As those muscles break down, they flood your blood with a huge amount of protein waste anyway. So you're starving yourself to save your kidneys, but your body ends up destroying them from the inside. So, to stop this dangerous muscle breakdown in its tracks, you absolutely have to secure enough energy. The medical guidelines are clear on this. You need 25 to 35 kilocalories per kilogram of body weight every single day. For that same 60-kilogram person, that means getting between 1,500 and 2,100 calories daily just to protect your muscles and your kidneys. Now, to hit those calorie targets without blowing your protein limit, carbs and fats are actually your best friends. It sounds crazy, but you're encouraged to eat more of certain things. We're talking extra portions of white rice, plant oils like olive oil, butter, and specially made low-protein breads. Just a quick side note, if you're in the later stages, like G3B or G4, definitely chat with your doctor about your potassium and phosphorus limits, but generally speaking, the goal is to get those calories up. I really love this mindset shift. The kidney diet is not about restriction, it's about selection. Once Toshiko stopped starving herself and started strategically selecting extra rice and healthy oils, everything changed. Her weight stabilized, her physical strength came back, and her kidney decline actually slowed down. She didn't feel punished or restricted, she finally felt in control. Let's wrap this up with our final point, knowing your EGFR stage. So, what's your game plan for tomorrow? To stop feeling overwhelmed and start taking action, here's what you do. First, track everything you eat for just 3 days. Second, pull up your latest blood test and find your exact EGFR number. Then, take both of those directly to your doctor or a specialized dietitian and ask them to calculate your personal protein and calorie limits. Don't guess here. Get the math specifically tailored to you. And please, don't do this alone. The burden shouldn't rest entirely on the shoulders of the person with the diagnosis. Toshiko did so well because her husband and daughter happily jumped right into the low-salt lifestyle with her. Cooking low-salt family meals, sharing those tiny little soy sauce plates, picking out low-sodium restaurants together, it turns this into a shared, positive lifestyle change instead of an isolating punishment. So I'll leave you with this one vital question. Do you actually know your EGFR number? Before you see your doctor next, dig up your recent blood work and find that number. By knowing your stats, limiting your salt, adjusting your protein, and securing your energy, you are entirely back in the driver's seat. And it really makes you wonder, right? If just a few strategic dietary shifts can completely alter the fate of your kidneys, what other incredible self-healing powers is your body just waiting for you to unlock?